Today I want to do a quick book review about this one.
Deafo.
Now I know I said book review, but it's actually a graphic novel, and it's a very well illustrated graphic novel as well. And it's great. It's really actually quite fun. I finished it quite recently, and it's a great book if you want to have a fun way to learn about a child going through school, primary school, and trying to have friends, but they have to get used to the hearing aid, and it's one of those old-fashioned hearing aids. Because the thing is with this book is that it is written and illustrated by Cece Bell, and the illustration and the storyline is kind of like a semi-autobiography about Cece Bell's life. Growing up, going to school, those big chunky headphones where you have to wear it around the neck, and the t-shirt has a separate microphone. And the idea is Deafo is trying to be like a superhero in the girl's mind, and the superhero is able to hear the t-shirt wherever she goes because she has a microphone on her, and the t-shirt goes to another room or goes to the toilet, and the person is able to hear that because she has one of those hearing aids, so she feels like a superhero, hence Deafo. But it's not without the challenges, because the girl, I don't know if it's a girl. There are rabbits, really, so girl, rabbits. The girl is also trying to build relationship and friendship with certain people. It seems to have repelled potential friends, this whole hearing aid situation, because she was embarrassed about it and a bit shy about it, and didn't want to have that on display all the time, and she was a bit just not liking it at all. So it was a bit of a tricky situation at that stage, and the thing is, from reading that, I felt like I was reading my own diary. I felt like I was going through exactly the same thing, because in school you want to fit in. That's just the way the nature of a game is. You want to fit in, but it's quite difficult to do that when you stand out in a way that you don't want to stand out. So for this character, she's trying to do that. She's trying to fit in, but it seems to have made difficulty in terms of getting to know people, and people don't make fun of her, or people don't really point it out too much. That's the problem. People do that, and then throughout the journey she's trying to get through it, and I'm not going to say if it's happy ending or not. You can work out yourself. You can get yourself your own copy of Deafo. It's a great fun book. It's a great fun graphic novel. I've never really read any graphic novel before in my life, and it's a nice way to start. And it's also a great book for, it's just not necessarily for children. Graphic novels are not for children. Let's just get that out of the way. But it's great for whether children, young adults, even adults themselves, they want to understand that journey for a young child getting hearing aids on and going to a hearing school, not a deaf school, going to a mainstream school. And there are differences between the two, and I've talked about that before. And it's a great way for you to get an insight of what can happen if you are a hearing person and you don't know how it works. And it's actually a very close representation of my own experience when I was going through primary school, and to some extent high school as well. So it's a great fun book. It is a really good fun book, and really well illustrated. And I'm not really sure why they are rabbits, but you know what, it's something different. It's all just rabbits as characters, and it doesn't take you long to read, because obviously it's quite easy and fun to read. So check it out. Check out the link in the description down below, and you can get yourself your own copy as well. And even if you are deaf yourself, you might just find it very relatable. It's kind of comforting, because not only yourself is going through this journey, someone else has gone through it as well, and it's quite comforting to know that it's not just you, it's everyone. And some people may have said to you that you're being silly, or you're just exaggerating, or you're just being, annoying about that. Get over it. But the thing is, it's just stupid if you say that. It is stupid if you say that. And by reading this book and some others, you get an insight of another person's life, and you realize you're not stupid at all. It does happen to more people than you think. And like I said, from that book, I have gone through so many of those situations as well. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to share some more stories and insight of how I can relate to the book of Deafo. And I'm going to do that on my Patreon page. You can join and you can sign up from just $3 a month. And there you can not just support my work and help to get that message out there, but you can also have that conversation with me. We can get that connection going and just build that community where we also support each other through those barriers as well. And it can apply to anyone who is deaf or hard of hearing, but even if you're hearing yourself, you can also join in. So check out the link below and join in and become a patron of Hear Me Out CC. In the meantime though, I will speak to you again soon. Take care.